tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. That's it.
You see me now?
Boom, there we go.
Hey,
What's good, my digger?
Hey, no, brother.
Yo, what you doing down there in North Augusta, South Carolina, making that boom bap? I know you stick out like a sore thumb out there.
Oh man, from day one.
Wow.
From day one. I am one of the first guys in this area who had a MPC and sampling.
Well,
and
I mean, why? Why go that route when you could have went the trap route and blew up?
Cause that just, I couldn't go that way. Growing up in a grow up with a single mother, we had a single wide trailer, and it was only 2 bedrooms. And 1 bedroom, I had to share one with my brother, and my brother was a big hip hop head. Like, my brother did not play nothing South. It wasn't back then. I mean, you probably had the booty music back then, but he used to play. I remember playing like Streets of Rage 2, and I don't remember none of the video game music. All I remember was Black Moon entered the stage.
Yes, sure.
You know what I mean? And I used to be mad at him, like, man, I want to play my game, but I had to, had to compromise. Like, hey, nigga, you want to play your game? You gonna hear my music. And all I would hear was that. All I hear was Gangstar, Joe the Damager, Sunrise in the East. That's all I know. And that's all I grew up. That's all I grew up listening to. So that's stuck in me. So I didn't hear all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear all the other stuff. That's all he played. And I was a young kid back then. So we didn't have that. We didn't have that. So it was like, it it was in my DNA. That's all I remember, that boom bap. That's all I remember is that, growing up. And I started studying it, like, I kind of like this, and start studying it. Right, so that's how it went.
Yeah, so, wow, because North Augusta, is that near Columbia?
No, that's near Augusta. It's like, we probably about 30 minutes from Columbia, 30, 45 minutes from Columbia, but it's pretty much Augusta. This is pretty much Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
I mean, we sitting on top of the water, so I'm on the north side of South Carolina. So yeah, like James Brown stuff.
Right. Yeah, because my alma mater's in Columbia. I'm with the Benedict College.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, that's my alma mater out there. You know what I mean?
My cousin went to Allen.
Okay, right across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, right across the street. Word up. So when you started making beats, what was your first weapon of choice?
I had a Casio SK5.
Okay, classic.
Yeah, I stole it.
Oh, where you stole it?
Yeah, I stole it from my cousin, man. I got a cousin that live up the street, man. Little street dude, man. Street nigga, like, just thug out. And one day I took it home, and he find out. So he came by, he said, "Hey, little nigga, you stole my keyboard." I said, "Yeah." He looked at me, "Man, you can have that." I said, "Bet." And I kept it. And that's where I started from. Started from the SK5.
So it's been on ever since, huh? So yeah, I see on your videos now, you got a bunch of equipment, it seems like you've acquired over the years.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your main weapon of choice that you're using now?
The MPC one.
Okay. MPC one.
I recently copped that, and right now I'm learning it. I'm getting it into how I do things. Right now, the main thing I'm doing now is workload. Workflow, pretty much. Trying to get that back going. Before that, it was the machine MK2. Okay. I was killing it with that. A lot of albums you've been hearing lately, it's all come from that. So right now I'm trying to get my groove in the MPC one. So
Gotcha. So when it comes to sampling, are you e-digging? Are you vinyl digging, or a little of both?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Really, I've been digging in VHSs, videos. I've been doing a lot of movies. I've been doing movies from day one. A lot of the samples you hear is from movies, from scary movies, actually. Soundtracks. The soundtracks are what cassette tapes. What I used to do when I was little, I had a VCR, and I had the VCR hooked up to my tape deck. So when I went to school, I recorded all the shows that come in the afternoon. It used to be old reruns of Onslaught, Twilight Zone. There's a show called Thriller and Columbo, and I record the whole episode. And when I come home, I chopped it up in scenes where they're not talking. And I've been using that for years. And that's what I've been using lately. Is a lot of scenes cut out on TV shows like The Rifleman and all that.
Right. So that's pretty dope. So drums, are they coming off record or using drum kits?
All records.
All records. So you're getting all of vinyl, all your drums.
All drum vinyl. I collect. I got this thing what I used to do, and I haven't done it in years. Before I start making a beat, I purposely go to records that I found drum breaks in, and I save them. So I got all my drum breaks saved in my computer. And now that's the other part. Trying to figure out what the MPC-1 is, transferring that to a SD card for the MPC-1.
Right.
So I can. I got probably about 500 drum breaks on records. Yeah.
So are you looping those drum breaks, or you just chopping them all up?
I chop.
Okay. So you
I chop them. Well, I do two things. I chop kick and snare, and then I go back to it and I take different positions of where the drum pattern going, and I chop them between that too. So I may find a dope loop that I don't have to. I just take a dope drum pattern and I just like manipulated it in some way and fit in that. Or sometimes if it don't, I chop, I go back to my kick and snare section and I just do, drum in what I feel like. But I specifically, yes, I use number drum breaks a lot.
Right.
I love chopping up drum breaks. So
Got you. So are you stacking your drums?
Yes. 3 times.
3 times to give it that knock, that bang,
yeah,
right?
3 times.
To give it that bang.
I filter my drums. I do, well, I don't care. I'll let it be known. I LP filter, HP filter, and normal. Okay. So I got a high for the hi-hats to hit. I filter it LP, so you hit nothing but the kick, just the low filter, and I do regular. But there's something in that I'm not gonna share, but it's something between that where I make them sound very grimy. And the one thing I love about the MPC-1, it give you that, it got a good, the MPC-1 got some good sound effects on there, some good effects. And that's one thing I love about the effect on there that I love on there. But really also I do my drums on my SP404A, because the SP, it gives that extra crunch. It's time consuming, but a lot of times I do my drums and I put them into my SP4A, and I'm giving that grimy, that crunch, man. Especially like my dope drum loops. I want them to sound like, cause I'm telling you one thing I always is a song, Incarcerated Scarface with Raekwon. Those drums, man, that sound that RZA did on that album, I am chasing that. I am chasing that sound. I don't know what it was when I was young. When I heard that, I said, yo, I want my sound. It probably was muddy, but it was just the way that song sound and the way it was kicking. It's like I am chasing that ghost. Is trying to figure that out where I can get that sound. That sound is on Incarcerated Scarface. It's something about, it's not like a radio or something. So it's just, I don't know what RZA did, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm chasing that.
Yeah. So when it comes to drums, are you quantizing or do you not deal with quantization?
I don't like quantization. If I do, I cut it off because I want that sloppiness.
Yeah. I hear a lot of producers say that, other beat makers, I don't quantize. Sometimes I quantize, but a lot of times I would turn it off. You know what I mean? The quantization. Yeah, and just give it that human.
I know. You know what I do? How many of you do this as a producer? All right. I did the last beat I did. Some beats be 6 bars. It's 6 bars.
Wow.
I got people, I do 4, 8. Nah, man, my last beat, it's 6 bars.
Wow.
It's 6 bars. It sound better that way. It just came back. When it came back, I was like, it just sometimes it's that feeling, man. Sometimes we get between the lines, we got to be 4 or 8 or whatever. Nah, sometimes be 5. Sometimes that loop
a
sound good
5?
5. Oh, some of my beats is 5.
Wow. Because that's what I was going to ask you next. Like when it comes to you starting the beat, do you start off with 1 bar, 2 bars, 4, 8, 16?
I start with 8.
Start with 8 bars to make your beat?
Yeah. Yeah, the machine got me on that. I used to do 4 when I had my MPC 2000.
Right.
Excel, I used to do 4. And when I went to the machine, because the machine, I could not get into their sequence. And piece out the Illustrate was trying to teach me on it. And I was like, I gave up. I just do 8 bars.
Right.
Because it was just the way that what all the machine got scenes. It was just, I didn't like that. And you know, I had reason, and then I went to the machine, and it was such that part when the worst learning curves I ever had would come from them two. And I just couldn't, I couldn't get that scene situation in my head. So I did 8, and 8 helped me to build from that, you know, like, all right, 8. Cause it's weird how the scenes would do. It's like, you know how you had an 8 and you had a 4.
Right.
And you know, I want to copy and paste, but somehow when I copy and paste, it went where I was like, nah, man, all right, I just do 8 and I build from there. Right. So all my beats always be 8 bars since then.
8 bars. Right. That's straight 8.
Or maybe 6 or 7, whatever.
Yeah, that's different now because I've always stuck with the 2, 4, and the 8. You know, I never thought about I always thought it would be off if I tried to do 5 bars or 6 bars or 7 bars.
Sometimes it's just a sample in some way. It's barely sample. I think I did I sampled a movie with who that dude that did that movie? The first guy that did kind of that Bronson. Charles Bronson. He did a movie called Death Wish.
Death Wish, yes, classic.
Yeah. There was a drum, but see, I sampled straight from the movie because some odd reason the soundtrack don't. I think Herbie Hancock did that soundtrack, but it sounds different from the movie. It was a movie where he was about to shoot somebody, and it was a drum, and it did not make sense in 4. I had to make it 5, and it made sense because I rapped over it, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it worked, right? It worked. So each beat that you make, how many tracks are you using? Each beat is what, roughly? How many tracks?
Probably 8 or 9.
8 or 9, roughly.
Yeah, because I do filters. I do a lot of filters. I filter the sample twice. I filter my drums, like I told you, and I do a track for acapella vocals. I learned that from Jay Dillon when I was at Donuts. And I got a folder or number acapella like Redman, Buster, Big. I just got a whole bunch of acapellas, and I like to throw that in there, you know, just to, you know, throw that in there. So I always collect acapellas. I got my homeboy, he was a DJ, and I was like, what acapellas you got? You know, he was like, I got Common. All right, send that over here. And I collect acapellas too.
Oh wow, so, that's pretty dope. So you never run out of little vocals that you can play with, put it over the beat, and see how it sounds.
And I collect movie scenes. If you know my beat, if you go to my beat, I always got a movie scene where somebody talking something, the beat start, and people like, where'd you get that from? I'm a movie guy. So I love old 70 movies, blaxploitations, old detective movies, kind of like Bullet with Steve McQueen and stuff like that. And I find vocals, and my wife be mad at me. We were watching movies. Hold up. Let me get there, and I got like the way my TV set. I got like a box, and I record it, and I like, all right, I'm gonna use that later.
Right.
And and I man, my computer's full of vocal movie scenes, samples, and everything.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So when it comes to sampling, I want to ask you this question. You don't have to answer it because I don't want to incriminate you or you to incriminate yourself. Are you clearing samples? Or are you?
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I ain't got yet. Ain't got yet. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. No. You keep that on the.
Yeah. We ain't got. Yeah.
On the hush or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Because I just be wondering. You know, underground heads, are they kicking out? Because you know you're sample based like that. It's like, well, how you know?
Nah, nobody was very obscure samples and stuff like that, but. I ain't got yet. I'm usually because I'm using weird things. I don't really, you know, the way I found stuff is all base, is somewhere else. So I don't know. I mean, so far, a lot of the placements I do have, or a lot of people I work with, they didn't come back and say, hey, yo, man, they want to know. So I'm like, okay, you know, so.
So who was your first placement?
My first placement and it didn't go through was Slick Puller.
Wow.
Jeezy.
On some boom
He
bap?
went to jail. It was some 808s on it. They loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it fought. He went to jail and it fell through.
Right.
But it was a placement. I went to CTE office and everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nick Love was like was there at that time. Mm-hmm. And I had a manager. We all went through the check about to be cut. We were ready to go. Project got shelved. We went to jail.
Wow. So I know you put out a project with Killy Shoot.
Yeah.
Now, how did that take place? How did that come about?
I think okay. So there was a project that came out with my man All Hell YT did with general back pain, and I was doing my research, and I didn't know that general back pain and had came out with an album, a project. So what I did, I went to Bandcamp and I listened to it. And I listened to the song and it changed my life. Not changed my life, but it changed me as like, yo, I want to work with this dude. Cause Killy got a flow that's very unorthodox. If you listen to his flow,
yeah.
And I was like, yo, that's a challenge. So I hit him up. I DM him like, yo, bro, I want to work with you. And we just started building from there. And that's how we did These Violent Delights.
Right. So when you like how does like a underground producer like yourself get paid? Like, are you producing full time?
No, I'm working.
Okay.
I'm working too.
Right. So how, in this day and age, how are underground producers getting paid when they work with artists?
It's probably just splits, and it pretty much splits. I think that's how I do. I do a lot of splits for my projects. We'll just like, yo, we come to sales, do the digital digital kid or whatever these companies, we do it that way. And a lot of times I think I had talked to other producers that get a little further out. It's a lot of upfront money. I know a lot of producers that charge you probably like $5 or $8 grand to do a project with them.
Right.
And that's what a lot of these producers be doing too, charging. But I do a lot of splits with mine. Right. And splits with album sales, also splits with even like the vinyl or stuff like that. Sometimes you get a vinyl deal, and a lot of these companies will say, yo, we'll pay so much the vinyl, and then we'll split that. Right. And then we'll also split, on streaming sales.
Right. So is it decent money as a producer, or is...
Nah. Not really. Well, it's based on who the artist is. I mean, if you got somebody, you do an album with an artist per se that who got pretty much in the game and popular and gonna sell, yeah, you can get some money out of it, but, because they're very popular, they're gonna sell, But no, it's a working thing. I think what it is, it's just building. You know what I'm saying? You building and building with that artist, and that's one thing I love about it. You know what I'm saying? I think if you're looking for the money equation in this is not for you. But if you're looking at you playing the long game and you building a repertoire with that artist and you building with you building with them, your money gonna come. Your money gonna come. You gotta look at what the way Damager did with West Side. He started from the bottom up. He built with them, and thank you, baby. And they were building, and when you build from the bottom up with that artist, that's where the money will come in eventually. It's just that building of that. If you look at any producer, they started, like nobody started, like that. You know what I'm saying? You're building with the artist and then you get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So would you say like you prefer to do whole projects than to just a beat here and there for this artist and that artist? Is that
I'd rather do a whole project.
Is that what your career based on? Is it based on whole projects?
The whole projects, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a couple projects that's coming that I'm in, and I'm proud to be in. I'm happy at that. I love whole projects because to me it create a challenge. Like, all right, let's
Right.
And you can build with that person, man. I loved it. That's the part I love so much, is building with artists. You know what I'm saying? Making a project with them, building with them. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, you know.
Now, have you met any of these artists face to face, or it's all been through digital? Digital, like, you know, virtual or whatever.
It's all virtual. Cause nobody want to come to North Augusta.
Oh man, yeah.
You know, I had me and YT met personally years ago. I think that's the only one. Right. Everybody else is just nah. Yeah. Nah, not really.
Oh, okay. Wow, wow,
Which
wow.
is cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Now, you also did something with water. I was just playing that earlier today. That was pretty dope too. I enjoyed that album too.
Thanks, bro.
How'd you link up with him?
Through General Back Pain.
Oh, okay. Connecting the dots.
Man. Him and General Back Pain both do an album together. And he brought him up. It's like, yo, it's a cat named Water. And I listened to I was like, yo, I gotta get this dude, man. And I think that's another great thing I want to give producers about, is that sometimes talk to the artist, go direct to him. You like them, you cool. Look at them like, yo, bro, I like, you know, and build with them. And that's why I did with Water. I'll just start building. And the way I do my beat tapes, each beat tape I do is a theme. And I sent him the beat tape, and I did with the name of that beat tape was Ill Formation, right? 9 beats. I always did that. Same day with Killy, Gerald Back Pain, and Water album. They choose, but I gave them a beat tape with 9 beats on it. And that's what I did. Like, yo, what you think? Like, yo, send me, like, yo, then I do this thing on Sundays called Sunday Cruising. Every Sunday I play the beat over a video of cars, because I'm a car guy. And he like, yo, let me get that. And that's how we build. Right. And we just start sending stuff through, man. And we just start building, man. That's one of my favorite projects I've done so far.
Oh, with Water, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. I was just playing that earlier before I reached out to you, got back to you or whatever. I was playing. I was like, yo, this is pretty dope right here. Plus, I went through your YouTube, not your YouTube, but your IG page too, and here I heard some of your work as well.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty dope. So, what about giving free beats? Do you do that?
Well,
just
no.
To get your name out, or
no. It's I'll only do that if only condition I do that if I'm building with that person, we're making a project together.
Right.
Other than that, no. You're not getting the free. I mean, well, I can't speak on a situation, but it's a situation. I'm not gonna speak on it. I'm not gonna say no name. It's a situation where it's a beat I posted, and a producer, a well-known producer, a legend, hit me up and said, yo, I got an artist. And it's like, he coming out. It's an album. What you think? I said, yeah. And he said, I can't pay you. You know, we're going to do it, you know, get your publishing. And I'm like, cool. That's the only time ever, you know, I do that, you know, where, like you said, there's a situation in there. Like, okay, I can benefit more beyond financially. Right. You know, my name on there, everything, you know, on there. I can't speak on. I can tell you off record, but I can't tell you on record.
Right. Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So, I hear through the grapevine, because I had one of your homies on here as well, Anaji Jordan. Y'all two are doing something together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is this more like y'all splitting up the beat duties and getting all these MCs to rock?
Kind of like, you know, Mad Lib and J Dillon type thing.
Oh, yes, indeed. Y'all spitting on it?
Take out the rapping part. Yeah. Take out the rapping. We're not rapping. I'm not. I don't have that talent.
Okay, you don't have that. You know your lane, right? You definitely know your lane. Right. Are you at liberty to say who's going to be on it?
Yeah, I can say. I think he won't have a problem. We got Back Pain, Killy, my homeboy, man, G-Fan. I got G-Fan Black on there. That's all on my end. I think O got some people though. I mean, O was playing some joints for me. I'm like, yo, he gonna kill it, man. I mean, it's dope, but O got some joints, man.
Right.
Now you got some.
Whew. Yeah, he does. So these guests that you have is all through the relationships, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know they're just doing you just doing a lookout, a favor for you, and then I guess you'll return the favor.
Yeah, exactly.
For them if they need something or what have you. Okay, so that's how it works or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so before I let you go, what advice would you give the upcoming producers that's trying to do the same thing you're doing?
I say a couple of things. One thing I want to say is master your craft. Master your craft. I think the game is different now. I don't do that much no more because time consumed. I used to do these things where I had and a big shout out to Spantola and Slop. They do this thing every Friday, Beatz session in where they just go on Zoom, everybody play their beats. I think go that route. I think just go there and see what's going on. See how you can bang out. And I think that, and even do, shout out to them cats that do Overlord Radio, Overlord and Kelsey and them that come on, I think every other Saturday night. Do that. I think that's another part of just getting that community and see what's going on. Get a little criticism, but also just getting the community of other producers. Because one thing I learned is that you got to create something outside of it. It's social media world for some reason. So you really got to get your name out there. So just go and get on your name because they will probably they might have face expression. They like the beat. They bang their head. You can take that video and put on Instagram and show see these niggas, and build your name. So that's another thing, to build your name, build up your repertoire, build that up. But at the same time, find artists, man. Find dope artists that you can build with. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another thing. Just build with people, man. Build good relationships. And just do that, I think. But my main thing is master your craft. Because as I know as producers that we hear things like, oh man, you're not doing it. You're not digging. You're not doing that. Like I know you hear. I hear it too. We be hearing. I'm like, oh man, you ain't. Cause my son made beats, and he's a teenager. And I see him. He be on this little, little iPad and all that. I'm like, nah, son, nah. Fix them drums up a little bit. I'll be teaching him like, yo, don't do that. You hear that on TV? No, create your lane, man. And that's another thing about I want to advise to the other producer: create your own lane. Don't follow what everybody else do. Create your own lane, create your thing. That's why I love Mad Lib, Jay Dilla, and all them cats because they create their own lane. You see how these producers create their lane. They didn't go for the hottest artists. They just built with people. You saw that the classic album with MF Doom. Nobody knew what MF Doom was really. I mean, he's a legend, an underground legend, but them come together, they was just a whole nother thing. Don't have to be the most popular artist. It don't have to be that. It just, man, that chemistry can create a whole history of classics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's chemistry. So
yeah. Well, MF Doom was Zevlov X when I was growing up in Long Island.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, with his brother.
Yeah, I mean his brother. Yeah, Sub Rock and Onyx. Right. When I was growing up, when I was a teenager in New York or whatever. Yeah, definitely. So I got two more questions and I'm gonna let you go.
Keep going, bro. We good.
Okay. All right. So what beat makers that's out right now that you rock with, that you like? Ooh, like who do you like?
Illustrate. I think Illustrate is one of my favorite. He like Law Professor to me, to Nas. He the one of my favorite artists, producers who put me on a lot of things back in the day. I love his style. Najee that we were just talking about, one of my favorites. My homie Lex Boogie. I think also I love my man Drugs. You know what I'm saying? I think he one of my favorites too. There's cats like my man Divine Drummer, Mint Plus, Soundtrack, like them guys on another planet. I think I love that style. You know what I'm saying? The drums and all the flipping. But I think like the standouts, I like them. I like how they coming at it. I don't know, man. I really I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I'm so weird, man. I don't know. Like I don't know, man. I be listening to Bob James and shit. I don't know, man.
Right.
I be listening to old stuff, man. I don't know. Like
Right.
I can't. It's tricky to me, man. I think, you know, the guys that I guess my peers I'm look at is more like, yo, I like, you know, like my man Slop and all of them. I look around, you know, but I think I'm just on another. I look at things differently. I always just like me. I just be looking at old Felonious Monk videos and you know, Miles Davis, and like I look at those producers like Gil Evans, who did help Miles Davis do Birth of the Cool, or when Quincy Jones did the big band joints. It's like I'm weird, dog. I don't know. Like I see my other producers, I salute them, and I keep moving because my world. I think Jay Dilla said something like that one time. Like you really sometimes you got to shut everything around you. Sometimes the outside world. So I don't know, bro. Like all I've been listening to it just I've been listening to a lot of Thelonious Monk and Miles Davis lately. I really can't. Yeah, I mean, but I think other producers around me, it's probably like the names I brought up, man. I think them guys is, you know, I love them guys. I mean, they dope, man.
Yeah, true indeed. So, who's on your wish list that you would like to work with as far as MCs?
Okay. Let me think, bro. You know, I really I want to work with Jay Worthy one good time.
From the West Coast, right?
Yeah, I want to do like some 80 jazz stuff with him, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to chop up a lot of like 80s Insecure. I got a lot of 80 Christian jazz records. I want to chop them up, man. Those joints ill too, man. I need to talk to you about that. I got a crate full of 80s Christian jazz music.
Oh wow, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, my mom had them, man. Yeah, man, no white folks be tripping with them joints. Hard, man.
No doubt.
I think Jay Worthy. I want to work with like cats like Riggs one good time, man.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I like Mav. I think he dope. Couple of cats in Toronto I really like. Let me see. I'm a big fan of Ransom, dog. Like that's one of my favorite dudes.
Nice. Yeah, he's nice.
You know, and like, yo, like I like Ransom. I want to work with that dude, man. What's his name, man? Mussolini.
Oh, Mussolini, yes.
Yeah. But I like those cats. I just into that grimy underground joints, man. You know what I'm saying? That and Planet Asia, I want to work with him one time, man. You know,
of course.
Man. Yeah. I think that's pretty much, you know.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, you know,
that's what's up. Well, you definitely out here doing good work. You know what I'm saying? That's why I reached out to you. This is strictly for my diggers. So this platform is for us, is to celebrate, you know, all the sample based boom bap artists. Yeah. And, you know, you can tell that, you know, I'm a beat maker through the questions I ask.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right. This is not a regular interviewer, you know what I mean, who's asking you generic questions. Because I ask you these questions because there's people on the outside that's going to be looking in and going to know how to proceed, you know, that's making beats in their bedroom. And you're providing a lot of the source and inspiration for them right now, you know? Yeah. So not only are you getting celebrated, but you're getting the chance to teach at the same time, you know?
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that. So I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to chop it up with us, and we're definitely going to stay in touch. Actually, I'm going to shoot you my phone number through IG in the messenger, so we can stay locked in. But like once again, yo, you're doing great work. I'm anxious to hear that Najee Jordan and Tone Beatz collaboration project. I know that's going to be crazy.
Yeah. And then I got a project with Chris Skills coming out too.
Okay.
Next couple of weeks, and I got a album with the guy Dirty Mouth from Trillville.
Yes, I heard of Dirty Mouth.
That's gonna be interesting. I want, it's a little bit, a lot of black exploitation samples and stuff like that. So we got Scotty ATL on there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
definitely.
So,
all right, my digger. Salute to you. That's the new term when I say my digger.
You know what I mean? My digger, you know what I mean?
It's good, my digger.
Yeah. But hey, before you go, man, I want to ask you a question. What's your go-to record to go when you chilling, not hip hop, jazz, rock, whatever? What are your record that keep you sparked? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your go-to record when you chilling at the crib? It's like this one album that you found when you digging the crazy. It just an album beyond sample. It's just an album that you just got to vibe to.
Believe it or not, 1984 Michael Jackson Thriller.
Word. Okay.
Michael Jackson Thriller.
Quincy Jones.
Right. Quincy Jones. That album there, as a little kid in 1984, I was like 8, 9 years old. You know, I'm 47, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that album right there really just held me down. That right there, trying to do the Michael Jackson and dance like him. Yeah, that's the record right there that I pull out.
I did one of Quincy Jones' best work, man.
You said what?
I did that one, Quincy Jones. I did that one.
Yeah, definitely. That was Michael Jackson to me, his best work.
Yeah,
in my eyes.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think that's where point when Quincy was just like he was on his pop bag. You know what I'm saying? And got all the great musicians around him, and it just that Thriller and Off the Wall to me. I think that was like Quincy Jones,
two Michael Jackson albums.
Like it's crazy. I think mine is Grover Washington Junior album with Mr. Magic and all that on there. I think that's my favorite work, man. I think that's my favorite go-to album. I got a child who autistic, and him and my wife were rolling, man. I had to play the record for him, and he just chilled out. Like he heard that dun like he just like, yo, what is that? You know, I think that's my go-to record, man. When I want to do chill out and to get my creative juices going. I think it's just the way Bob James kind of arranged the horns and the strings and that. I think that just that was it for me. That's my go-to. I just want to ask you that from a digger to another digger.
Yeah, definitely. You know, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Like I said, once again, man, yo, thanks for being on the check-in. I got another producer, beat maker. I know you heard of. Have you heard of Free Mind?
Oh, word. Okay, tell me.
He's up next at 4:00. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like I said, I'm all the people I rock with is going to be on this platform.
Okay, you know I love this, man. You doing something great, though. I like this.
Yeah, so I didn't got you. I didn't got Wavy the God. I got J.R. Swifts. You know what I'm saying?
Man, tell me what up. That's another dude I forgot. Yeah, J.R. nice, man. J.R. nice, man. Me and him. We'll talk back and forth. So
yeah, I got K Slugger next week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I already had a Najee on here. I mean, I've been reaching out, and Hez is really appreciating what I'm trying to do, and I appreciate the knowledge that's being spread, because this is a platform for us beat makers. Because a lot of times we get left out. You know what I mean? We don't get our just due. Some people or some of these artists take our beats, run with it, and we don't hear from them again.
None. I can tell you so many stories, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So many stories, bro. Like they do that. Like they taking it run. Like the man, I got a joint. I didn't know what this the artist named Ray, whatever that name, what his name is, from Atlanta. I think he used to be in the group, whatever. I saw the video on my beat on. I'm like, yo, when this happened?
Right. So you know, if we don't celebrate each other, then I mean, who is?
Exactly.
You know, who is? So that's why I was like, yo, I'm starting something called Strictly for My Diggers. When you get a chance, I'm gonna put in the messenger the website Strictly for My Diggers. You know what I'm saying? I got the vinyl tote bag. You know, I got some shirts out. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Check those out. You know what I mean? Spread along to the other diggers that you know, because it's like Fubu Force by us. That's what it's about. It's for us.
Exactly.
This is our platform.
Exactly.
All right, so yo, let me get up out of here. I got to get ready for Free Mind. Like I said, I'm gonna put my number in the chat in the messenger for you, and let's exchange numbers and we'll lock in. Man, I'm right here in Charlotte. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm probably not too far from you.
Oh man, 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, we definitely link up.
Definitely, man. Come on. She actually loved that area. She want to move up there.
Oh yeah, Charlotte got a lot going. It's going supposed to be the next Atlanta.
Yeah, it's looking good, man.
Yeah, it's looking good out here. You know what I mean?
We've been talking about it because we trying to get, we moving, making beats in the living rooms.
Right, because you were born and raised out there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's time for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for a change. You got to see something else. Come to a bigger city, man. There's a lot going on out here. You know
yeah, I know, man.
It's a lot going on out here.
Yeah.
Word up.
Yeah.
But all right, my dude. Salute to you. We'll build.
All right, brother. Peace. Peace.
I'ma tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'ma tell you the truth, whether you like